Hey, Scheme Rhythm here, back with another Let's Play Dark Souls! In the last episode, we beat the boss of Sen's Fortress, Iron Golem, and then turned around and made our way back to Darkroot Garden. So, you notice the fog door is not there anymore. I had another one of those mishaps where actually the video didn't record until right around, the second boss. This was a two-boss video, and of course, the first boss fight got ruined. But I don't know, that's just me complaining. I'm actually on my way to the first boss. But first, I'm going to stop through here. This is a enemy. There's a partisan here. You pick up a spear off this corpse called the partisan, which has a really long reach. I'm just pissed off because I hate it when my capture card decides suddenly to record one thing but not record another. Like, the entire second boss fight that I had done is there, which I don't know. There's nothing I can really do about it, so I guess I shouldn't complain that much. But so I thought I'd be nice and start this video off with the boss fight. I'd suggest taking care of these guys with Fire Orb, actually. I think two of them will get rid of them. They're pretty easy to beat, honestly. But that spell he cast there was a miracle called Tranquil Walk of Peace, which slows you down and makes it so that you can't really, well, point of it is, your endurance goes up slowly. You're basically a sitting duck. So, before going through here, you want to equip your Crest Shield, which because it has really high magic defense. And we're gonna start a boss fight. The Moonlight Butterfly. One of two bosses in the Darkroot area, the Moonlight Butterfly is a creation of Seath the Scaleless, and it uses magic attacks while keeping its distance for the most part. After a while, the boss will approach the platform and begin charging a magic bomb. When this happens, wail on it with an attack of your choice. It more than likely won't survive this assault. It's optional to summon the witch Beatrice for this fight, as her summon sign is hidden near the bottom, but doing so will decrease the difficulty even more. As long as you use the Crest Shield, this boss can't do shit. Good luck and happy massacre. Okay, there it is. Sometimes it takes a moment for it to show up. It's a special boss. One thing you can do is you can toss fireballs at it from a distance. Most of its attacks are really easy to dodge, honestly. And if they're not, it doesn't do that much damage to you. So am I going to be able to beat it just like this? Wow. If I hadn't used those fire orbs to kill that guy earlier, then I could have beaten Moonlight Butterfly using... Okay, with this attack, you should be able to just roll through it. I wasn't able to there, though. Okay, when it comes up here, pull out your weapon or combustion and just wail on it. And voila, Moonlight Butterfly. Easiest boss in the goddamn game. Be careful up here. I've actually fallen to my death once from taking a misstep on my way down this set of stairs. But, that's just me playing. That was just me playing bad on those occasions, though. There's more to do in the Moonlight Butterfly section of the Darkroot Garden, Darkroot area. You get the Divine Ember here, and the Watchtower Basement Key, which is the key that opens the place to Havel the Rock. So if you didn't pick the Master Key or Thief for some reason, then, you know, now's the time for that you'd be able to go and get that stuff, and Havel's Ring and all that. Which would probably be a piece of cake at this point. I mean, he could still probably one or two shot you very easily, but it'd be better than it was. This is the file that I actually beat Kirk, Knight of Thorns, and he dropped his shield. Which, I don't know, I thought that was just really lucky, honestly. But Eh. So, that's the boss fight out of the way. And the rest of this video is going to be me going through Darkroot Garden. In fact, I only just unlocked the Crest of Artorias door in this file, so those two knights that I killed, or had a lot of trouble killing in the last game, are still there in this one. So, I'm going to have to probably prune through that area first. Okay. Whenever you're going through here, just be careful of these trees. They like to surprise you. And once you pick this up, that giant's going to wake up. Or get on top of it, rather. So what I like to do is just run away, and the trees are going to follow you probably a lot faster than that giant knight will. So you can pick them off easy. Whew, that was close. I'm almost done here. I just need to beat this guy. Oh, he's using Tranquil Walk of Peace. Okay. Simple enough. The Elite Armor set is the same armor set that the knight that you had to kill in the Undead Asylum had on. I've never really worn it, honestly, but I mean, from what I can tell, it's not bad armor. Okay, now I know where I'm going. So, there's a fake tree around here that I've already killed in this one. He'd be right here. You can walk through here. There's one of these very weird creatures. I'm not sure what they were going for with these. It looks kind of like a stingray, but then it's got like an amphibious sort of thing going on, and it's got a long tongue like a chameleon. I'm just not sure. And here's another one of those fake trees. You can tell from the way its base is moving that it's not real. You don't even have to kill it, but it gives you free experience, or free souls, so I mean, and then they're gone forever. So I don't really see any point of leaving them there. Be wary of night. There are more of those knights, those stone soldier knights coming up. If you go this way, there's actually a ring at the end of this, along with another knight that you have to kill. In fact, let me pull out Pyromancy Glove there. But the knights aren't that hard to kill, honestly. Just be careful whenever they use the Tranquil Walk of Peace on you, because and also be careful about when you use combustion. Thankfully, this is the last thing I'm going to grab. This is the Wolf Ring, which increases your poise, poise being that thing that keeps you from flinching whenever you get hit by an attack. Thieves and Wanderers tend to have low poise, but with the Wolf Ring they can take an attack. It's really ideal for characters that want to be fast, but still be able to tank a hit or two. So this guy got up. There we go. He's using Tranquil Walk of Peace again. Alright, now that he's down, I shouldn't have any other troubles with the last of the enemies in this area. I believe 4 of those amphibian type things jump out of the lake here. Which, with the lightning spear, this area is a lot easier than it is if you try to use the Drake Sword. The Drake Sword. It was such a good friend. Like, such a nice weapon when you get it, but it doesn't last. Alas. Soul of a Proud Knight back here, that's the only item. These guys drop green blossoms, which give you a temporary endurance speed up boost. Which is to say that your endurance, your stamina recovers a lot faster than normal while its effects are there. And yeah, that's about it for this area. So I'm going to head back to the bonfire, and I guess I'm gonna off-screen make the area look like it did before on my other file because of me killing the extra characters and stuff. But alright, so I will meet you guys back here. Alright, so one thing that's worth noting is the knights that gave me so much trouble before don't respawn, but there are some enemies that do. Be careful going through this forest human because you become an instant target of the Forest Covenant, and they're a special covenant of players who basically they automatically invade the forest if you enter it while you're human. And I actually had to use my black separation crystal to banish a phantom that came after me a minute ago. But I mean, as long as they don't get summoned while you're fighting off these other guys, and you don't have to worry about them too much. There we go. Very well timed attack there. If you come through this way, you can actually join the Forest Covenants by talking to this cat here. I'm not going to do that yet. Just going to leave that for later on. I'm going to eventually join that covenant before I join the Chaos Covenant because that covenant is actually something I need to take care of to get a certain item. I'm sure people who have played the game a bit know exactly what item I'm talking about. And here you get the stone armor set, which is, you know, the stone knights, giant stone knights you saw. It's basically that armor. There's not really much point behind the forest here. There's one opening area that has some really tough enemies in it that I'm not going to bother fighting yet. And there are some mushroom people in it that can drop gold pine resin, and they're protecting a chest. But, I mean, other than that, there's not really much to it. The great thing is, for me at least, I don't know about you, but for me, is that once this is over, once I open that door and get the boss cutscene, I pretty much don't have to worry about recording this part anymore. I'm pretty sure there's not much else for me to really do. Which, this is going to be the best episode ever, I hope you know. What with the whole 2 boss fights thing. So, let me just go ahead and open this. Alright, this is the battlefield for the boss fight, but the boss fight doesn't start until you get right up to that center thing there, which is a giant gravestone. Basically, you have to get up to the giant sword. If you go around it to the back, there's actually a ring back here that you can pick up before the boss fight. So, alright. So with that all said and done, I'm going to go ahead and start the boss fight. This is a gigantic sword, by the way. Someone, I believe whoever owned it was compensating for something. That is a big wolf. That is a very big wolf. Okami! If Okami was a badass. Protector of the grave of Artorias the Abyss Walker, Sif is a fast and dangerous enemy at this low level. His spinning sword attack and sword rushes can break your stamina and wipe out more than half of your health bar at once, and to make matters worse, the most viable way to fight him is to get up close. Once under his legs, you're free to attack him to your heart's content until he jumps away. When his health gets low, he begins to limp around the battlefield, and his attacks occasionally cause him to fall over. This gave rise to the myth that you could spare him once he began to limp, which would have him give you the Great Sword of Artorias and the Covenant Ring. As sad as it may seem, you have no choice. Think of this as a duel to the death to see if you are truly worthy of Artorias' last possessions. Good luck and happy hunting. That game's pretty badass. What am I talking about? So, the Great Grey Wolf Sif. This is the boss fight I've kind of dreaded doing because Well, he kicked my ass several times. The first time I recorded this, and I think it's because I'm just a little too weak to be doing this, and I don't have a. Okay. The best thing to do is to get under him. Oh god. He's probably gonna kill me here. Just another one to add to my montage, that's all. If you actually, you know, I've never tried putting the grave between me and him. Okay, he can just go around it because he's a smart wolf. A very smart wolf. A very old wolf, I bet. Great, you made me waste the last of my fireballs. Alright, once you get under him, he can't do anything but jump away. Like that. Whatever you do, don't let him use his circle attack, I guess, his spin attack, because that will guard break you, and that will take over half of your health away. Up here it goes. And there it was. Alright, backing off, backing off. Basically, you're only safe if he does something like that. And only barely. But Sif, I like Sif as a boss fight, as a concept of a boss fight. Look at this. But at the same time, he's one of the few bosses that makes you feel like an asshole for killing him. Because, look at him. Once his health is down to nothing, he just starts doing this. And it's just like, God damn it, I don't want to do it, I'm an asshole. Speaking of which, there was actually a myth that you could let him live and he would give you his sword. But that's really just a myth, there's nothing to that. So, and plus once he gets up to you, he can still attack. But when he tries to do that, he falls over. So he's literally one of the only boss fights in history that actually gets easier towards the end. Covenant of Artorias is an item that you're going to need to you're going to need to use later, but 30,000 souls for that, not bad. And plus the Soul of Sif, which is used to create either the Cursed Great Sword of Artorias, the Great Sword of Artorias, or the Great Shield of Artorias. Yep. So either, I don't know, is Sif supposed to be Artorias' reincarnation, or did he know Artorias, or is it just a coincidence that those two happen to be around each other, or I don't know. Hang on. Okay. I guess, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the, chest over here. I did something funny the first time I did it. Oh wow, I keep forgetting that you can backstab those things. I mean, the little mushrooms are pretty harmless here, but in the Great Hollow, they actually attack you, and it's not very fun. Be very, very careful of these big guys. The big guys do not fuck with the giant mushrooms, man. Like, I know it's one thing to say don't fuck with the mushrooms, but really, don't fuck with the mushrooms. Because that will one-hit kill you at this point. Don't believe me? Well, try it out. I'm playing very carefully here. They do have a fire weakness. And I believe they can bleed as well. Huh, how did I avoid that? That was input lag that nearly screwed me over there. There we go. Well, I believe this is where the old footage is going to take over. So I will see you guys then.